Hello, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is you are tuning in from. And thank you for taking time to tune in. I want to share with you guys, my life right now is going through a big transformation, and I'm excited for it. I am open for it. But we all can experience uneasiness when it comes to change anytime. And it can feel scary, uncertain, a lot of unknowingness. When we feel that way, let's recognize that as change is happening, a transformation is occurring for us, and us giving ourselves permission to surrender to that change, to open up to it, to open up to possibilities. I just recently got off of a webinar of mine for an introductory, not necessarily an introductory call, but a webinar for an upcoming program / schooling I signed up for. I'll be starting classes to become a board certified health coach in April. And so we were just having we'll call it like a webinar get together and speaking with one of their graduates, asking questions, kind of getting us some ideas of, how to be successful in this industry. And really what COVID shut down these last 2 years has taught us is taking a deeper look into our inner selves. We haven't done that. We haven't taken the time to do that for ourselves. When everything shut, I remember reflecting back, I remember when shutdown happened and we just had to sit and stay. It was very uncomfortable for a lot of people. And for me, I'm used to being productive, producing, doing things, and just to sit and stay, I felt very unproductive. I felt unserving because I'm always constantly looking, how can I serve? How can I show up for, my people, my clients? And it has taught us to learn to just sit with ourselves. And when we sit, that's when we start to see things. That's when we start to notice things that we didn't really realize that was there. So for instance, an example being sitting and doing yoga in your home. You don't realize how dirty the floors are until you're on the floor at a different angle. And you're like, shoot, I need a vacuum. So kind of like sitting with ourselves, we don't realize what is going on with inside of our body until we are still. We're constantly moving, we're constantly pushing ourselves, we're constantly going, and constantly putting the pressure on ourselves to show up every day for work, for other people. And if there's days we feel like crap, we're taking a pill, we're taking medicine to push us through so we can show up. And we're not taking the time to listen to our body, to allow the rest that we need to rest. And I think these last couple of years have really shown us how hard we have been pushing ourselves without realizing it, because we have been accustomed and trained, or conditioned is the word I'm looking for. We have been conditioned as Americans as this is how we are supposed to show up in the world. Push through it, work through it. You got this. You can show up. Don't call in sick. If you can sit at a desk, you can show up instead of staying at home and maybe taking a couple days for the symptoms to clear up. Of course, if there's a bigger injury, you're gonna need to take more time off. So moving forward, there has been a lot of stress and trauma that has in general accumulated over all of our years in life, and definitely in the past 2 years, between what the government is feeding us, what the media and the news is feeding us, and then not only that, but it's hitting home with friends and family coming in and bombarding you with their opinions and their thoughts, and them taking the sides of people and then bombarding you with what they think is right for you, or they're judging you for what you need to do for you. And in all of that, I want to give you permission to always do what is right for you. You have your own gut instincts and you need to follow that. But this is not what this video is about, because moving forward, we're all realizing that we all need help when it comes to our health, our vitality, our stress management, anxiety management, taking a look at our lifestyles and what we're doing. A lot of us have experienced a lot of losses in a lot of different ways these past 2 years. Loss of work, loss of people, family, friends, loss of identity. There's been a lot of loss and a lot of trauma that we have experienced. And there's a huge need for support in these areas, whether it comes to health coaching, body work, mental health, body health. That's because we're mind and we're body and we're all energy at the end of the day. So as I'm stepping into a bigger role, being called and, following, I always ask myself, how can I serve? How can I serve more? How can I show up and serve and give? And yes, I get a lot of accolades and reviews and referrals and just a lot of comments of I'm a great body worker, and I appreciate that. Like I really do have this gift, and I continue to want to show up more, and how can I give more, and how can I share more of my life and what it is I've done and how I was raised. Because for me it's normal, and I'm learning, even though I'm almost 40 years old, you think I would get it by now. People don't understand what it is I grew up with and the lifestyle I was born into, this whole holistic lifestyle, and we're all energy and working with energy. What we eat, drink, think, how we breathe, how we move, how we exercise affects our whole chemical makeup, our whole energy body. And all of it impacts it. But the biggest one that trumps all of those is our thoughts and the way we think. And at the same time, the foods we eat, the drinks we drink, the people we surround ourselves with, all of that impacts us. And as I'm moving into this functional nutrition health coaching program, again, which I've had a lot of training around and a lot of natural upbringing with, I'm really looking forward to this specific one-on-one coaching training. And the big thing where I'm feeling a little unease about is when they start asking about, well, what are you going to niche in? What area am I going to coach in? What do I want to focus on? And I feel like I freeze on that, because a lot of times they talk about, well, do you want to focus on cancer patients, or, high blood pressure, or diabetes, or fibromyalgia, or what symptom do you want to niche in? And for me, that just seems so daunting to even name something, because the moment we name something, we own it. And so I'm making this video to reach out and ask for you, what area would you like to focus on? Because my come from is, how do we lower stress, anxiety, and inflammation in the body? Because those are the main culprits of what creates dis-ease in the body to begin with. So how do we focus on lowering stress, anxiety, and inflammation? Well, first we have to tackle the inflammation part, because not only do our thoughts create the inflammation, the thoughts are going to be the biggest one, but the foods that we choose to eat affect the inflammation in our body. So that's where I would like to know, what direction do you feel like you need most help in? Is it mindset? Is it lowering your stress levels? Is it, focused on a certain disease or ailment, like cancer, diabetes, fibromyalgia, MS? I don't know all the diseases out there just because I haven't attached myself to any of those, because I feel all those are derivatives of inflammation and stress to begin with. And at the same time, I do know there are some genetics involved with that. Genetics kind of set the foundation, and our lifestyle choices kind of pull the trigger. So that's where I'm wanting to tackle into. But I'm wanting to find out from you guys personally, what areas do you guys struggle with? What areas do you want support in? So if you guys could leave a comment below. You can also private message me if you don't feel like sharing publicly. I would really like to know and have help from you and guidance from you how to navigate my niche for this functional nutrition health coaching as I'm moving into this next level of supporting you, supporting my current clients. Where's the niche? What's the niche? Where's the help needed? How can I help best serve you guys? So any feedback you guys can give is going to be super helpful for me. So yeah, leave comments below, private message me, or you can even send me an email, but probably just like comments and DMs are enough. Yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in and making it the whole way through the video. And I'm excited to start these classes. They start April 4th. So these classes are going to be April through August. And then I will have the potential to sit for the boards to get board certified as a health coach. And yeah, let this journey begin. And thank you guys for your feedback. Help me so I can help you. Help me help you. Isn't that like a Jerry Maguire quote or something? By the way, I love quoting movies because every time I usually get in conversation or talking to someone, there's always a line that comes up in conversation that comes from a movie, just like this. Help me help you. Got it? Thank you. Bye.